is a box squat. Here's the setup. You want to get the hands evenly spaced, stuck under the bar. This is placing the bar a little bit lower. You can see it's just on my rear delts, kind of the mid traps. And as I sit down, I'm keeping my shins as vertical as I can possibly keep them. In order to do that, I'm pushing my knees out a little bit. Not too much arch in the low back. And as I come up, I'm squeezing the glutes and finishing off with a pelvic tuck in the stand-up position. That keeps my low back in a good position. I'm gonna have to lean forward a little bit further because the bar is lower. Here is a high bar setup. If you can comfortably set the bar up high, you may prefer it this way. This is right on top of my traps, just below kind of the lower vertebrae in my neck. And notice my legs, my lower body is the same as it was the last way. There's just slightly less lean in my upper body because the weight distribution is different when the bar is up high. If you can't lean as much, I would recommend a high bar setup. And here are both setups from the back. So there's the low bar setup, rear delts, mid traps is where the bar is touching. My arms are pulled way back. This takes a decent amount of shoulder flexibility. I'm pushing my butt back and I'm pushing the knees out slightly, which helps me to keep my shins predominantly vertical, especially if you see them from a side view. And again, pelvic tuck to finish up at the top. That just keeps my low back in a much better position. And here's the high bar setup. Can't see it as much while I'm squatting, but you can see it in the mirror there, right on top of the traps. Everything else with the legs is predominantly the same. I just don't need as much forward lean, and some people are just going to be more comfortable squatting that way.